Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? It's KIM in the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia, of BetterBodyCrew.com. And I really hope that you can hear me clearly. I hope that my, what you call it, hey, Sylvia, I hope that is my microphone hitting my hair? Hello, Brandy. You know what? Sylvia and Brandy, I was almost going to say, like, maybe we should do a Zoom with Tania's entire leadership and then do that to Facebook Live or whatever the case may be. And then I was like, no, no, no. Let me just hurry up and do it while Tania is agreeing to it. And if you could grab this link. All right, so Tania's, okay, it says she joined. Let me see. Oh, I forgot how to add people on here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, go live with Tania. The link to this and put it in the Better Body WhatsApp chat. I would really greatly appreciate that. Okay?
I think I did.
Tania.
I did it. Yay!
I'm so goofy. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, and I don't hear echo.
Sometimes Facebook be tripping. Hey, Kevin, what's going on, brother? That's our brother from New York, girl. All right.
Hey.
So listen, it is like
Sylvia.
thank you so much, Sylvia. Thank you so much. I was just now telling them before you jumped on, I was like, I was this close to asking you, like, why don't we have me, you, Lorena, Brandy, Sylvia, all on a Zoom together to talk about this topic. But then I was like, let me just hurry up before Tania changed her mind.
You're fine. My 1-year-old is still wide awake, rolling on my leg and stuff, and my other kids are still woke, so
I'm
it's
just so
fine.
happy that you agreed to do it because I know you said doing videos is not your thing, but lately you have been doing videos. So I was like, let me take a shot at it. So,
I don't mind. No problem at all.
oh, you're so sweet.
I
So,
appreciate you wanting to do one with me.
yes, I want to do one with each one of y'all on the team. And I said, I just got to start doing it. So this is the thing. This is why I want to talk to you, Tania. Can I tell you, girl, I've never had a launch like that. Okay. And let me catch up the rest of the world. Um, a launch a launch virtual party is where a new business partner like Tania she invites all her family and friends because we take care of home first over here. We're not going to go out there helping strangers to look better and feel better and then leaving our family members and friends behind. We just don't roll like that over here. And so that's what a launch is. And when you invite them, you have your leadership who actually does the presentation for you, and it's fun. It's for me, mine is super informal, and we just have a good time. And I'm a straight shooter, so it's not phony and fake and any of that stuff. We're just having a real conversation. And Tania did a great job, y'all, inviting her family members and friends. But the thing is, usually the host is in control of the launch, and in this launch, I just threw the reins. I was like, okay. And it was so wonderful. Like, here's the deal, guys. A launch is like, I give the presentation, I invite the guest of honor to give their testimony after I give my testimony, and then we close out. Well, Tania's people were like, I got something to say. And I was like, okay. Who is Blooming Flower Alley? They took over law. They did, and they took over in a great way. Like they really did. Because one person said something, how many times did I try to say goodbye? Like three.
A nice amount of time. Somebody was like,
And,
wait, can I just say this?
yeah. And then your sister was like, hey, I want to come out again. I was like, well, all right then, girlfriend.
She
It's
comes
all
out.
about you, woo. Yeah. But you know what? I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it because Sylvia said it was lit. I've never had a launch like that. And I like new things, you know me. So
Yeah.
it was great. But to hear what they said, some of your people, a lot of your people are already customers of yours. So they weren't coming to find out about it. They were coming to support you, genuinely support you. And then some of them shared some amazing testimonials. I'm uploading your launch right now to YouTube. And then here's the reason why I wanted you on, Tania. Oh, it's Alicia. Alicia is Blooming Flower Alley. Y'all are these Instagram names. Okay, gotcha, Alicia. So here's the reason why I wanted you to come on. And I can't remember who it was. Was it your sister that said, she was like, my sister is quiet, but I haven't really seen her push Tania's quiet, but I've really seen her push and not take no for an answer, and I've seen a
Oh
change in
yeah,
her. Was that
I
your
think it was
sister?
my sister. Yeah.
I think it was. So many people said so many good things about you that it's hard to keep it straight. But when your sister said that, I really understand what she was saying, because when I met you, I was like, oh, she's quiet. Oh, she says she's shy and she's private, and those are all the trigger words usually for a person who ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna lie. But that doesn't mean that it's not like, I'm just telling you, those are the
Yeah.
trigger words for people who usually don't do anything. So I was like, well, okay, because I know we can get you there. I was just expecting the time frame to be a lot longer. And you and I had a few conversations about some
Mhm.
things, and you said, okay, I received that. And babe, when you said you received that, you actually did. Cause then I was going through Instagram and seeing stuff that you posted and seeing how you getting people involved and seeing videos and seeing different stuff. And I'm like, that's Tania. That's Tania. That's Tania. So my whole point and I'm gonna let you talk. I'm a rambler.
You're
But
fine.
this is the thing that I wanted you to come out and speak on. It's a few things I want you to speak on, because what people do not understand is that your family members and friends will be attracted to what you're doing, and they will want to know about what you're doing when they see a change in you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't care, they don't care. So when
Right.
your family members and friends said that about you, I was like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to be on this launch and everybody needs to hear this. It is you. It's not the products. It's not the company. It is the people have to see a change in you. So please tell me, and I'm not gonna lie, you are like a serious Christian, and I'm a Christian as well. But I know a lot of people who will pray and not do no work. So I also want you to speak from the standpoint of understanding that yes, God is good, but we got to put the work in. So
Mhm.
what made you? Oh, look at the baby! Look at the baby!
I need to
So
go to
listen,
sleep.
Miss Tania, Miss Quiet, Miss Shy, Miss Private. What made you? Because how long have you been in? Hold up. Oh, you
I think
joined in
maybe close
June.
to a month.
Yeah, I don't. I'll look it up in the back office while but you haven't you've either just hit a month or it hasn't been quite a month yet. What
Yeah.
made you, Tania, um, basically just put yourself out there?
Um. So when I had first seen, because prior to this, I was doing something with a credit agent, and Sylvia she's actually one of my customers for my credit
Sylvia
business.
is her
And
sponsor, y'all, in this
yes,
business.
which is my sponsor, and um, it's just it was nobody but God. I believe how me and Sylvia connected before I even joined TLC. Even with the credit stuff that I was doing, like I don't know, we just clicked. I never had met her. I met them. I had met her before. I take that back. I'm sorry. I met her before because my sister used to visit their church when they were in Oakland, and I had went a couple of times, so I did meet some of them before. Brandy, um, I believe I may have met Raina also. I just don't remember. And I probably had met Sylvia also. I just remembered Brandy, but I didn't know of them because of that. But we just connected. And then I had saw the post on her page. She was looking for business partners, and she had a promotion going on. I think at the time, if you joined her team, and I don't think I joined at the time of the promotion. I think I joined maybe a week after that. But I was just like, I want to know, like, I want to be on your team. Like, what do I have to do? Like, and it was like, now that I think about it, I didn't even ask her like what it was she was doing, like any of that. I was just like, I want to be on your team. Like, what do I have to do to be on your team? And then she told me, I enrolled, I signed up, and then it was like we just clicked, and then she's since day one, like since I enrolled, she's been there to help me, to guide me. And I didn't know that she had just joined the business like a week before that. I knew she was new, but I didn't know she was that new because she was always there to answer my questions. Like she was just there since day one. She'd been there to support and to help. And um, as I did the business, I was like, okay, this this mic can work for me. I think I can do good in it. And I got a few sales in the beginning. You know, my family and stuff, they really helped me. They really supported me and purchased
I'm
the
hold on one
products.
second. I'm looking in my back office because I want to find the date that you joined because I want people to know this. But Sylvia, for y'all who do not know, she's another superstar on the West Coast Better Bodybuilders team. And I want to touch on something that you said because I really want people to understand. You joined Sylvia simply because of Sylvia, right? You
Yes.
weren't even really clear on what she was doing. And
No.
and there was a saying I heard in my first company, and when I say that thing stuck with me, ooh, it burned me because the saying was this: you will either be rewarded or punished for the person you were before you joined your company. You will either be rewarded or punished for the person you were before you joined your network marketing company. Because see, network marketing for much of it is influence. So Sylvia has some influence with you because she's such a good person. So you
Right.
automatically trusted her. And that's another thing that people do not understand. One of the you know my book, the four agreements. I always talk about that. And one of the four agreements is be impeccable with your word. Not keep your word, but be impeccable with your word. And too many times I see people join a company, an opportunity, and they were a horrible person before. Always lied, did people wrong and dirty, cheated people, sold everything under the sun, and then ran from people when they were done with the transaction because, they sold bad stuff or whatever the case may be. And they'll join opportunities thinking that it's going to be, a magic lottery ticket. But people don't forget who you were before you joined your company. So if you file, they don't want no parts of you. So that's the other thing that I want people to take away from this interview too. Like some people, you can be like, girl, what we selling? They be like, dirt. And you be like, okay, cool then. How am I sell this dirt?
Right.
if the person is good enough, right?
Hmm.
People gotta understand you follow you wherever you are.
Right.
And it goes back to what your people said on your launch. You have to make a change in you. And some people are going to have to make huge changes before anybody will give them the time of day because they've been so foul in their past life. So thank you for bringing that up. Now, I want you because Alicia is on here and she's just said, I don't know if you caught that comment. Can you see comments?
Yes, I wasn't reading them
Okay.
all the time.
I'll tell you this one that Alicia just said. She said, please let me know I am shy and nervous. I don't even like talking unless I feel comfortable. Tania, one of my new role models.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so see, this is why I wanted you to do the interview because you're going to be able to inspire people in a way that I cannot. Somebody is going to identify with you more than they are going to identify with me. And they need to hear from you. So come on, Tania, let the secret out. How did you do this, Miss Private and Shy? What can you tell Alicia about if she says I don't even like talking to people? What can you tell her to help her um, get out of that?
For me, so like you said in the beginning, I'm very passionate about my religion and about not really religion, but about God. So for me, I know for me, I'm shy. Like if you look at Tania, I'm shy. I don't really like to talk, get in front of people and talk a lot. I'd rather be in the background really. But when you have that confidence in God and not yourself, so for me, my confidence is in God. It's not in myself. So I know when I get up, when I get up to speak, when I get up to do a live video, whatever I'm doing, I know God is backing me. So if God is backing me, then I know I'm not going to fail. If I rely on the strength of God, if I rely on his wisdom and not the wisdom of Tania, I know I'm not going to fail. So you may be shy, the you may be shy. Tania is shy. But if I'm getting up and I'm talking about God, or if I'm doing anything, I know God is backing me because he has me. He has my back, my front, my side, my left, my right. Everywhere he has me on all sides. So it's not necessarily me, it's God giving me the boldness to do it because I am shy, but I just pray, Lord, give me the wisdom on how to do what to do. And he gives me the wisdom to do it. He gives me the strength I need. He gives me the courage I need. So when we rely on God, to do whatever it is, whether it's your business, whether it's your everyday life, whether it's wisdom on how to do in your family, your kids, your husband, your wife, whatever it may be that you need that strength in or that extra push in, God will give it to you. And for me, that's my secret. It's God. I totally rely on God for my business, for everything I do. And I remember the conversation that we had when I that night we were talking, and you said, you have to put in work. God is not a genie in a bottle. And don't get me wrong, I believe that God is capable of doing all things and everything. It's no limit to what God can do. And that's why I always say that it's no limit to where God is going to take me in my business, because I'm relying on him. I'm going to put in the work. Yes, because faith without works is dead. If you don't put in the work, then you're not going to get anywhere. I feel like if I put in the work, then God, I'm showing you that I have faith. I'm relying on you, but I'm putting in the work for you to bless my business, for you to do what you want to do, because I'm showing you that, God, I have faith in you that you're going to bless my business. I have faith in you that you're going to excel my business, but I'm going to be consistent and putting in the work and doing my part. I believe we have to give God something to work with. We have to do our part. We can't just rely on him to do everything. If you say, I want to do this, or I want to make this amount of money, I want to make $5,000 a week, whatever your goal may be, God, I'm going to put in the work, but my faith is going to get me to where I want to go. My faith is going to get me there.
And let me tell you something. This is the one of the toughest problems. Well, this is one of the toughest battles I have with Christians. A lot of times they'll say, Kim, I'm praying. And I'm saying, okay, but you're not working. You're not working. And I remember this, I forget who said it, but they said, God, you can't do what God can do, and God won't do what you supposed to do. And
Right.
that thing stuck with me. And what you just said right now was a powerful word. I really hope Alicia caught that. There's another book I talk about a lot, and it's called Hung by the Tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And my first mentor and my first company recommended it. Was actually written by a pastor, and he talks about how life and death is in the power of the tongue. And Alicia said, this is powerful. Won't he do it? Thank you so much. So why we didn't connect before? Y'all do connect in the WhatsApp chat, Alicia. But now
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
can
about to say, I
connect
think
even more.
I see her in the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, y'all can. She's in with her mom. Her mom is
Oh,
into
okay.
Yvonne, and they are amazing, and they
Oh,
really
yeah, I
caught
see her
fire.
now.
Alicia just got binary qualified, so kudos to her. And for everybody who's watching,
Congratulations.
my girl Tania
Congratulations.
here just hit what?
Apprentice. And
Yes,
director is next. I'm going to hit
we
director.
oh girl, let me tell you something. Last night, I was so blowed, right? I was like,
Yeah. But
but I had to be.
I did tell Brandy, I was like, it stung a little. I almost dropped a tear because I was so close. I said, but that just made me want to push harder. It just put
Girl,
more
if
of
it
a
was
fire
up to
under my
me,
butt. Like, I'm going to hit director.
I had you. I
Yeah.
had you, but Satan wouldn't let me be great. It's all good. It's
It's
all
okay.
good
It's
though.
coming. It's coming.
Yes.
He didn't
But
stop nothing. It just got delayed a little bit. It's coming. I'm hitting director in the butt. I'm not
but I
stopping.
I want to I believe you. I believe you because the success of your launch and just so that y'all know, it's so many things I want to talk on. So I just looked you up. You joined May 29th. So it has been a month. Happy
Oh,
1 month
wow.
anniversary. But
Yeah.
I met you in June. I think I met you in June. But it was so funny about what you said. I'm a private person. And believe it or not, I'm quiet. Like if I'm not doing a Facebook Live or something, I'm reading a book. I keep to myself. Um, I'm pretty reserved. So I guess that's why when I get on video, I'll be like, ah, because I'm like letting it out, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
um, but in my regular life, I'm definitely a backdrop person. However, like I said, I can tend to be loud. So actually, like quiet, shy people sometimes make me nervous. Because like even when I met Sylvia, she's gonna laugh about this because she's on. I thought Sylvia didn't like me because I was like, oh Lord. I got all these kooky sayings. I'd be like, boo, 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 boo. Yeah, buddy. And talking all this slang. I was like, and with quiet people, they don't say nothing. So you don't know what they're thinking.
They harder to read.
They're harder to read. Right. But then, like, Sylvia and I have had some moments. So I'm like, well, maybe she does like me. She's really just legitimately quiet.
Yeah.
And then when you and I started talking, there was a time, but Sylvia's super duper cool. Like
She said,
that's
"What? LOL."
that. I know. I knew she was going to like find that comical, but yeah, that's how I think because you never know. It's just weird when you're building a team. Like Brandy joined me, and then Lorena joined Brandy, and then Sylvia joined Lorena, and then you joined Sylvia. So y'all didn't know me. And when you're building a team and it starts growing, there you run the possibility of people becoming a part of your team who really don't be feeling your vibe.
You're right.
Because the person above them and the person above them that's who joined you, not that actual person.
Right.
So it can go either way, and it's kind of like a nervous thing because you want to help, but then you don't want to. You trying to read
Yeah.
the person and bond with the person, and it's just a very interesting thing. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
and you have to give people their space. And you have to also the same thing that you just said. Like you have to know what the Word of God says about you. If they don't vibe with you, you have to be like, okay, that's cool. Let me give them their space. But at the same time, you shouldn't make up stories in your head about what a person thinks about you just because
Yeah.
they're not that vocal.
Yeah.
That's just their thing. So
Yeah.
it's so interesting because you're constantly being tested in this business.
Yeah.
You're constantly being tested on many, many different levels. There was another thing I wanted to touch on. Do you remember that night that you and I were talking and you are quiet, but you're not. but this night, yeah. But this night you were quiet, and I was on the phone, and I think I was telling you something like, I was like, you're gonna have to put some oomph behind it. And I was like I was like your voice need to be like have some variety or some color or something.
Yeah.
And you were like, people who know me just know that this is the way I am. And I was like, I hear you, but I ain't feeling that. So
I
do
wasn't
you know
even
what I'm
feeling that.
do you know what I'm talking about? And then but this is the thing. You were like, I really don't get was it bold? You were like, I really don't get bold unless I'm talking about God because I'm passionate about that. And then I was like, ding, 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 ding. See what you just said? I said, you don't get bold unless you're talking about God because that's what you're passionate about. I said, so here's the whole deal. People that know you know that, but you're going to be talking to people who don't know you. So if you're not bold about what you're doing, guess what they're going to think? They're going to think you're not passionate. They're not going to be like, well, maybe she's just quiet. They're going to be like, she's not passionate. And
Not serious.
yeah, and you can't give somebody the excitement that you don't have. And I do remember because, it's a lot of people on the team and I talk to a lot of people and it is very difficult to try to convey that. And then people say, yeah, but it drives me bonkers. And you didn't do that. You were like, I didn't really think about it that way.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, that makes sense. And then you
Yeah.
went back to being quiet. And I was like, does she really get it? But it was like after that, and then you were like, hey guys. And I was like, is she talking on Instagram? And girl, I'm so goofy because y'all don't understand. Like, I'll be doing my regular life. And then when I see y'all doing stuff, I'll be like, looking at my phone. The fact that my point is, you are so teachable and coachable. And that's huge. And you receive stuff well. So, what would you say to the person who has thin skin and doesn't want nobody to tell them nothing? And every time somebody tells them something, they say, but what would you say to the person with a bunch of buts?
Um, I would say you have to be open-minded. I think for me, what helps me be open-minded is so before I joined TLC, I would do live videos, but my live videos would be ministry based. It was something that God gave me to do as far as ministry live videos. So I would always do them on Facebook, but it was just strictly ministry, just for ministry purposes. So when I joined TLC, they were like do the videos and he was like do the videos and stuff like that. I was like, Well, I do live videos, but I kind of don't want to mix the two with the business and ministry. Um, because when I first joined, I shared with you guys my purpose for doing the business is because I want to do ministry full time. That's my purpose for doing it. But as I, continue to do the business and grow in the business, I truly do love being a part of TLC. I love sharing the products with people. My sister-in-law that was on the lunch, I just got off the phone her before I got on the phone with her. She was just telling me about the tea and what it's doing for her and her sciatica and how she hasn't been in pain. And
No
she's just
medical
like,
claims. We're not
yeah,
making any medical
no,
claims, y'all.
none
We're
at
not
all.
making any
Yeah,
any medical claims, just so that y'all
no,
know that just slipped out. But
yeah,
because Tania's just in the flow. But we're
yeah,
not saying that if you have sciatica that the tea is gonna like do anything for you. We don't know you, and we're not
yeah,
doctors. So please, 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 just what does my son say? Scratch that.
yeah, scratch that. So I'm gonna just move
But
on
go
for
ahead,
that. But
go ahead. But
um,
you have some people that are having some amazing experiences.
yes, yes, I will just say she's very well pleased with the tea. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um, but I would just say to that person, you have to be open to criticism, not even criticism. You have to be open minded to being taught because we don't know everything. And I think for me, what helps is I'm in ministry. And when you're in ministry, you have to be able to be taught. You have to learn because you don't know everything, and every situation requires a different wisdom. You have to deal with people differently. It's just like if you're praying with somebody, if you're praying with someone, you have to deal with that person and that individual differently. You can't come at everyone the same. So I say that to say you don't know everything. We have to you have to be able to be taught. You have to be teachable. You have to be coachable, especially if you want your business to prosper. You have to learn from those that have went that road already, that have paved the road, that have success in what you're trying to do. You're trying to get there somewhere where someone has already gotten. So I'm going to take the wisdom. I'm going to take, even if it's something that I don't want to hear, or if it's criticism, but it's not really criticism, because what they're telling you is going to help better you. So even if you have thin skin and you really don't like people telling you what to do, you can't be successful like that. And that's just the truth. If you don't
That's
want anybody
facts.
to tell you anything, you're never going to grow because you don't know everything, and every day we're learning something new. That's in your business, that's in your personal life, that's in your marriage with your kids, whatever. Your everyday life, you're learning something new. So you have to be open and available to receive what that person or what someone is telling you, especially if it's coming from a place of love, if it's coming from a place of someone trying to better you. I'm not gonna lie, I used to have things. I used to get offended easily. My feelings used to get hurt easily. I used to be like, I don't understand why people do me the way they do me. Like, I don't understand it. I always felt like I was an outcast, and like I just never fit in. And I felt like people just like, oh, that's just Tania. She doesn't have feelings. She doesn't care. She's a nobody. But when I learned the value to value myself, and that God loves me, and that I'm somebody in the sight of God, that really. And when I learned who I was in God, when I learned truly who I was in God and what I meant to God, and that I was somebody, that I am somebody special to God, and to me that's all that matters. So it helped me to build tougher skin. We're gonna go through life. Everybody's not gonna like you. Like Kim was saying earlier, everybody's not going to like you. Everybody you cross paths with is not going to be kumbaya. At the end of the day, we can't control that. We can only control our actions and how we react to people, and how we reciprocate love and show it to others. If someone don't like you, don't take offense. Just pray for them. Hey, I love you too. You may not love me, but I love you. It was someone that used to go to my church, and he passed away. His name was and he used to say he loved everybody, and that's how I be. No matter what, I love everybody. Whether you love me, whether you like me or not, I still love you. But you have to be open to criticism, because if not, you're never gonna grow. You have to be open to hearing how to make yourself better, how to better yourself. Even if you've been on this earth 100 years, you don't know everything. And if you want to be successful and prosperous, you have to be open to constructive criticism, because it's only going to help you. What Kim told me only helped me. And it was true. You know, the stuff she was saying to me, I was like, you know what? That's true, Kim, you're right. You know, you have to step out of your comfort zone. And sometimes when it's hard for us to step out of our comfort zone, or we're not ready to, or we don't want to, then it's hard to accept what someone is saying to you. But in the back of your mind, you're like, dang, they right though. I need to, or I could, or I should, you know, but it's like, but I don't want to hear it right now. But you should be open to hear it, because that's gonna help you grow.
And and thank you for that. Like, this is all good stuff. And Alicia just said, "Wow, another connection." We have our sisters, Miss Jen Mocha. I guess she just got off work. Hey, Jen, love you, sis.
Hey.
Also Miss you, little big sis 927. Is
Oh,
that
that's
your
my little
sister?
sister.
That's
Yeah.
hey, what's going on, lady? She said, "Hey y'all, that feeling you have nobody and nobody believes in you, you tried to do to them, it's not enough." So you're doing exactly what I knew you would do. You're really striking a nerve with Alicia, and I'm sure many others who are going to be on the replay. And here's the thing that's like so powerful, right? So like, I'm a part of one of many leaders in your line, right? So there's going to be some things that I'm going to teach you about the business. But one thing I know for a fact, God does not. I have learned to stop using the word, or I'm still teaching myself to stop using the word coincidence and replace it with God. Right. And so when people like you come into my organization who are, in many senses, not all of them, but in many senses different from me, I do appreciate it, because you know what, like you and Sylvia and even Jen Mocha is quiet. Well, she is and she isn't. But y'all's energy actually calms me down. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, and that's cool, because it gives me another dimension to myself. So like, you know, I'll get super duper geeked and like spaz out. And then if I'm talking to another person who's also hypey, we're both like, you know, but then when I like speak to you, I do feel like I kind of woofsaw. And it's good to have those moments. That keeps your blood pressure low, right? It keeps you staying looking young. So I do, you know, I look to people on my team to teach me too. To teach me in ways that otherwise I probably wouldn't learn certain things. So I am appreciative of differences. Oh, your sister said, Kim, you are so pretty. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's these products and God. It's these
Right.
products and
If
God.
you have that skin looking nice,
Because, girl, let me tell
I
you,
need
that
some
ring light shows
Tiffany's
everything.
bump.
That ring light shows everything. But yeah, I'm so appreciative to you, and to hear your family members and friends in a profession where normally family members and friends are like, stay away from me. You're a part of one of those things. To hear your family members and friends big up you like that, and to see you receive it so graciously. I'm gonna work on my grace, because you know I'll be like, thank you. And you were just like, thank you so much. And I'm like, okay, I gotta calm it down sometime and be like, Tania, just be cool with it. Just be cool. Just be one of them cool Christians. Because you know I'll be the first one to be like, toot your own horn, honk, honk, you know. And like I said, you are so different, but in a good way. So I'm learning from y'all. I look forward to learning more from y'all. And just, oh, my ring light went out. Can you still see me? Okay, it's not so bad. Okay,
You're
so
good.
yeah, I'm learning from y'all. I look forward to learning from y'all, and I want y'all to just keep doing the same thing y'all are doing. Protect your space, protect your peace. I tell you, like, we don't need a lot of people to do big things. You do know that, right? We just need a few of the right people. And
Yeah.
this is, as you can see, this is a very intimate working relationship. You fighting for goals and dreams, and you see the stuff in the WhatsApp chat. Every day is not
Yeah.
always a good day for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So if you're working with somebody like that, you really want to be careful of who you select. I am so glad, you know, that God created this lineage that led me to you and to Sylvia and to Lorena and to Brandy. Y'all are amazing. I
It's
cannot wait
not a
to meet y'all.
coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
No, God
And I
knew what he
cannot
was
I cannot wait to meet y'all in person one day. If you think I freak out virtually, girl,
doing.
when outside open back up, sis.
Right.
Oh, let me see what she said. Who is this? Oh, that's your sister Kim. Your energy match my energy. Oh my God, I love it. Yes, I could tell. Like you
Yeah,
and your
my
sister remind
sister.
me of. Well, I'm the oldest of six, but it was
Oh
three of us
wow.
that grew up. Yeah, girl, it was three of us that grew up in the house, and my little sister. We have a lot of similarities, but we're definitely very different.
Yeah.
Like my little sister always she go to the trash can looking like a goddess. You hear me? Makeup, lashes, hair, nails. Mel Bell is just on fleek every day of the week. And you know me, plain Jane. But we are thick as
That's
thieves.
me,
We
plain Jane.
yeah, and but me and my sister, I love her so much. She takes the products,
Yeah,
she loves the products. And so yeah, I'm a sucker for sister bonds. You know, you
yeah.
got
She's
Jen and Yolanda, and then you
yeah.
and your sister. And I'm sucker for, oh, it's Amanda golfing. What's going on, Amanda? Hey,
Yeah.
girl, what's
It
going
was
on?
actually so it's my little sister, and then I had an older sister, but she passed. So it was my older sister,
Oh my
and then
gosh, I'm
then me,
sorry.
then my little sister. Yeah, she would have been. I'm 33, so she would have been 37.
Oh, so she passed very young.
She passed 25 and a month before her 26th birthday. Yeah, she was young.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And
Yeah,
oh gosh, and seeing your mom on the launch, all the support that you have, I can't imagine as a mother having to bury a child. I think that's the worst thing in the world. But y'all
yeah,
are a strong family. Y'all are a very tight family. Um,
yeah.
and
Like
it was
my
just,
mom and my sister. I mean, my husband, of course, and then my mom and my sister. They're my number one supporters. Like they go hard. My sister, she's very big hearted, open hearted. She go hard for her loved ones. Like her, if she like you, she gonna go hard for you. Like she's awesome. Like I'm very blessed to have her and my mom. I truly thank God for them because I don't
oh,
know what I would do without them. Like I really don't.
oh,
I'm
you're
not gonna.
just such, you're such a sweet spirit. And like I said, a calming, um, your vibe is just, it's real. It's a welcome addition to the team. It is because I
Thank you.
like to have different dynamics, different perspectives, and like I said, your launch was off the chain. Everybody was like, that launch was lit, and I was like, oh my gosh, is everybody gonna be like, hey, let's have a testimony how I did, like, but it was just so organic and so good. I was enjoying myself. I know, like I said, I'm trying to upload this replay. It's still pending. I might have to restart my computer, but
And I got a
I'm sure
business partner too after that lunch. Yes.
that's what we do. We
Yes.
help you build your
Thank
business, girl.
two actually. I have two business partners after that
Your
lunch.
sister just said, I
And
can't
my
wait to
sister.
join.
So three.
Yeah,
But my
we gonna
sister
do.
is already in there. She's just gonna become active. But I have two
That's
new
right.
ones after that launch. Yes. I'm super excited about that. Thank you.
Let's build the binary, build them. And you know
Yeah.
what they have? You know what they say, right? Um, oh, whoa. Amanda said her little brother just passed away. I remember seeing your little brother,
I'm so
Amanda. Y'all
sorry to
look
hear that.
just alike. He was a handsome young man. Y'all look
I'm
just alike.
so
I remember
sorry to
seeing
hear
that
that.
on Facebook. I'm sorry, Amanda.
I'm
Um,
praying for you and your family. So sorry to hear that.
Amanda is a gentle spirit too. And she's a believer, and just a good girl. Just a good girl. But yeah, I enjoyed your launch. I
Thank
was looking,
you.
I'm sure at the end I was looking so cheesy, but I was just really taking it in. Again, I've never had a launch like that, but I loved every minute of it. And I'm so happy for you. And I know you are
Thank
so
you.
deserving of
Thank you.
all the good stuff that people said about you. I totally believe it. It's not one of those situations like, they just saying that because that's her blood. No, you are that person, like for real, for real. And so,
Give
yeah,
all the glory to God, all of it to God. I truly
girl,
thank you. He
you were
is
spitting
why
some
I am who
knowledge
I am
tonight.
today. I don't know where I would be without him. I truly don't. He is my everything, like for real. But I'm not gonna say too much about that because I'll start crying and I'll have y'all going to church on this live.
I can't wait to learn more about your story. I know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so what did she say? Kim was shocked and surprised and happy at the same time during that launch. I really was. I really was. And it's hard to surprise me. It is. But I loved it. Like I said, I know I'm probably on the end, like, because I was just listening to everything that everybody was saying, and I was like, this is a totally different experience for me because there's a lot of stigma attached to this profession. Ain't nobody gonna support you, and to see your people just show up and show out for you like that, I was just like, I'm just honored to be here. This family, these people really love this woman. This woman has done amazing things. I was already impressed, but to see the people that you're connected to, I was just like, wow, this is awesome. So I am still on a high from your launch. I'm going to
I
get the
was
replay
very happy.
to you.
And some of them
Mhm.
on there was my customers, people that have purchased from me. I was
Oh, really?
very grateful. Yes, some of them were my customers. So I have to finish reaching out to them and telling them thank you for their support and how much I appreciate them. And
Well,
the one
anybody
that
who,
spoke was
go
one of
ahead.
my new customers. Crystal
Okay.
Washington, the one that had said something, she was one of my new customers that had just, while I was on vacation, she messaged me and purchased the kit from me. So yes, God is just good. He never ceases to amaze me.
I know, girl. We all have a story, and that's the other thing I like about what we do. And when we feel comfortable, we get to share our story to inspire somebody else, and definitely the things that who he has done in my life,
Yes,
unbelievable. It could be nothing but God because
yes,
it's just unbelievable.
yes,
So, I am honored to be working with you, to know you, regardless of, the business aspect. That's just how we met. But
right.
from what I've seen, you've just been just a good person, just a really good person. You don't make excuses. You don't lie. You got your wife, you're a mother, you work, you got your ministry, and you make your ministry a priority. I like and respect that about you. Yeah, anybody who joins you, they are very fortunate because I know that you're doing this for the right reasons. I know this is not a quick money grab to you. And
No,
you have that mindset of, that again, it's another saying, build the people and the people will build the business.
yes.
Right.
And I
And,
truly believe everybody. And I was telling, 'cause, the recruits I have so far, I was just really telling them like I'm sorry, my son won't leave us alone. I was telling
oh,
them
I
like
can't even tell.
I really
Most of us are moms. We ain't paying no attention to that. We just like,
but I really believe in them and I believe in the business. And the 2 weeks before, a week, no, I remember my two best friends joined with me. And that week before they joined, I was telling them and I don't even know if this is a song, but I kept hearing in my spirit and in my mind, everything attached to me win. And I was like, maybe that's a song. And I just kept hearing it. And I was like, I don't know if this is a song, but I just
it
kept
is a
hearing it
song.
in my
It's called
spirit.
All I Do Is Win, 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 no matter what. No, I'm just, that's a different song. Let's go up and figure it out. That's the other thing about y'all. Like, y'all don't make people feel bad for being them. You
No, you have
Cecily.
to be yourself. Like, no, you have to be yourself. But I kept
Yeah, girl,
hearing
that's a
that,
song.
and I,
Miss Q said it's Kiara shared. She said,
oh, okay, okay, okay. So I didn't even know that was. I didn't know who sung that song. I didn't. I don't even know the words to that song. That's the only part that I knew. But I kept hearing that everything attached to me win. and my two friends, they
I'm gonna
joined
have to look
as
that
Life
up now.
Changers. And they my friend Daisha, she's my best friend. She's been
Yeah,
doing really
Daisha.
good.
I know
Yeah,
that
she's
name.
been killing it, very consistent. I'm so proud of her. And
She
my
next.
other, yes, my other life changer, she's hasn't been really actively working the business, but she's been doing the products and inspired and stuff. Like, I talk to her and I just encourage her. So like, they're doing really good. And then the new life changer I just got, he actually know people that promote TLC, but he was like, you promote the business so good, I'm going to join under you. And I was just telling him, like, you're going to do good. Like, I have faith in you guys. Like, I truly have faith in my whole team, from my leadership to
Excuse
my
me.
personally sponsored. Like, I have faith in them, like, because I have faith in my business, and I believe that they're gonna do well also. Like, it's not in. I was telling my friends, I'm not just enrolling you guys to become binary. Like, that's not that for me. Of course, we want to become binary, but it's so much more than that to me, because I know what TLC have done for me, and I definitely want my friends and family to be a part of it. And she has kids, and she's a hardworking mother like me, and I truly have a passion for people and helping people. And
I
that's,
know you
again,
do.
why I want to do ministry full time, because I know it's something that God has for me to do as far as ministry. And I want to do it without time, freedom, constrictions. I want to be able to do it, but still bring
Freely.
in a nice, freely, yes, but still bring in an income to do what I have to do. And I love helping people. I really do. Like, I have a genuine passion for helping people. I
And that's where it is. It's not about the money, but
you
it's
know
so funny because when I used to chase money, money ran away. And it
yeah.
wasn't until I understood that
Oh,
um, the value that you give to the marketplace, that will dictate how much monetary compensation the marketplace gives to you.
yes,
So it's like, dang, this whole time I was chasing it and I didn't have to do that. I just had to become a better version of myself and help somebody else do the same. And that's how I get the
yes,
money. Oh man.
yes.
And Amanda, I saw your comment. I'm honored. I'm honored. Appreciate you, girlie.
Not
Also,
doing
Miss Q said Jacqueline. You see, she said
yeah.
Jacqueline Carr.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna look that up too.
Me
But
too.
this was really, really good. I thank you for agreeing to do it. I know you had a super full day. Oh. One more thing. What would you say to people who have not done their launch? Because after seeing your launch, girl, people are like, hey, Kim, I want to schedule my launch. I'm like, oh, really? So y'all don't care nothing about me telling y'all to do launches. It took Tania blowing it out the water for y'all to, okay. I see what's going on here. But what would you tell people about inviting? How do you invite to a launch?
um. So at first I was well, I didn't get a chance to watch the Kim had did the video. I didn't get to see the one preparing for launch. For some reason my phone would not load the video. I was just like, this ain't nothing but the devil. But I did get to see the one about how to invite to the launch. So I watched that one, and then I just remember she was like, don't, basically just be natural. Like, don't, hey, can you do me a favor? You want to talk to that person like 5, 10 years? Like, no, don't do that. Just like be real. Like, I know I ain't talked to you in a minute, but so I took that advice. And I reached out to, like, my mom, my sister, my immediate family, and then I reached out to my customers that have purchased stuff from me. I just told them it would be an opportunity for them to learn more about the products, more about the business and what I do. I would like, if you guys can support, I would appreciate it. If not, I understand. And then I reached out to a few other people that I thought would for sure support. And everybody that I invited on the launch wasn't able to make the launch for different reasons. But I would just say, don't be shy. If you feel like, if you want to invite someone, invite that person, even if you haven't talked to that person in a long time. Like Kim said, just be real. Hey, I know we haven't talked in a long time, but I have I'm doing a lunch, and I think, like Kim said in her video, it will benefit you, as well as me. It's some good information. It's products that I think you would really like, or that could benefit you. And if they say no, they say no. Don't be scared of rejection. You can't be fearful of the fact that someone might say no, because I did have some people tell me no, they don't want to be a part of, like, marketing or anybody, and I was like, okay, I understand, that's fine. And don't be offended. you can't get offended. You can't be like, well, they just don't want to support me, because that may not be the case. Some people may just can't support you at the time of your launch, but you'll have another launch, or maybe they could get on that time. But just don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear hinder you from inviting people that you want to invite. Be okay with the no's just as well as the yeses, the maybes, or I'll try. Just leave it at that and don't take it personal. Just know it's not personal, you know?
I always say some people are for profit and some people are for practice. And
Yes.
so, and I don't mean that people are money, but I'm just saying some people you're going to make money with and some people you're going to practice on. And that's just something that you have to remember. And a lot, like you said, a lot of people who are not open right now, you have no clue what's going on in their life. People make up these stories in their head constantly. They may have had somebody else who did something like this, and that person just harassed them and hounded them and called them every month and said, I need a favor. I'm trying to do this. Can you buy that? And in their mind, that was their only exposure to this. So now they're going to be like, no. But then once they see you and see how you rock and roll in your business, like a lot of my people don't even know I'm in network marketing because they don't think of me as the stereotypical network marketer. And so a lot of I hear it all the time. People are like, I thought I would never do something like this again, but I want to be a part of your team. And I'm like, okay, then let's do this, and we make it fun and stuff like that. So like you said, just because somebody says no now, they might be open later, especially when they see how you do it and the fact that you are doing it differently than anybody else they've seen before who turned them off from something like this in the past. Miss Q said everybody isn't meant to be connected to you as well. That's true. Some people telling you no is a blessing.
Right.
Because I tell y'all all the time,
Meant to
be careful. Yeah, be careful who you bring on your team. Because, if they have a stank attitude and they're not open to change and they're not committed to really helping people, if you get somebody who only wants the money, they could lie and tell people anything. It's not worth it. If you get somebody who's not committed to the personal development part of the comp plan, they're not going to be teachable. They're not going to be coachable. You will love your business and then have somebody who's bad for it come in and drive you out if you're not careful.
Right.
So I am quick to tell somebody, don't think your girl hard up now. It would be a pleasure to work with you, but don't get it twisted. It's going to be a pleasure for you to work with me too.
Right.
It's got to be a level of mutual respect. That's my whole thing. I'm not going to disrespect anybody, and I don't want them to disrespect me. I'm not going to stand for it. So yeah, it's very, very important to be careful who you bring in. And sometimes people are doing you a favor. So we're going to end on that note. This was so good. You dropped mad knowledge and wisdom in this podcast. Girl, you look like you're 12, but you got the wisdom. You got the wisdom of that lady that used to sing that song, Come On in the room or now, come on. The youngest don't know nothing about in the room. Wow, now. That used to be my jam. It still is. I started the business for all the wrong reasons. Who said that? Who said
Lady.
that? Who said that? Oh, Amanda, okay, you gonna have to elaborate in my inbox on that, sis. Hey Denise. Oh no, is that Denise? Yeah, that is Denise. True Vine Connect. Y'all in these is that Tabitha Brown? Is she the come on in the room person? But yeah. So anyway, guys, we gonna end this because we could be on here forever. I'm so happy that Sylvia did this. Yeah, y'all know that song. Jesus is my dog. That's when like gospel was gospel before Mary shackles off my feet. But back in the day,
For that contemporary gospel.
Yeah, which I love both. But back in the day, you just sat there and cried and sat still and just took them deep grandma vibes in. I love both though. If I hear come on in the room right now, I can't even think straight until the song is over. But you dropped that kind of
my own little world, my
you dropped that old school wisdom. The people needed this, Tania. And they needed to deliver. You see how when you talking, I just be like, that's
not
what
me.
I'm saying. You shut me up.
You take over. To God be the glory. He take over.
Oh,
I don't even
girl.
be remembering what I say sometimes. I'll be like, They
That's
probably
how
like,
it
oh,
be.
I said that. That'd be God. It won't be
That's
me.
that's
I
why I
give it
tell you
all to
too.
him.
That's why I tell you too. We should be recording everything because sometimes you ever say something real good and then you be like, "What was it?" See, and then you can play it back when the recording, right? You can play it
Right.
back on the recording. But any last words? Any last words, Tania?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about my bad. You're talking about to the
That's okay.
viewers.
I got to
I was
see your
waiting for the
roots, girl. Them
comments.
braids fresh. Them braids
My
fresh.
sister just killed my head. She had to redo
They
them. I was
look
like, ooh,
good.
they need to be redone. I can't be on the launch looking like this by the head.
Oh, it looks really nice. But any last words you want to leave the
Um,
people with?
I just want to say thank you guys again, everyone that tuned in and stayed on and listened to everything I said. And I just want to tell you guys to hold on to God, of course. He is, make him number one in your life. If he's not number one, not saying that he isn't. If he is, keep him number one, but just keep God at the forefront, no matter if it's your business, your marriage, your work life, your
Ooh.
everyday life. Just keep God at the forefront and just know if you're going through something, whether it's a struggle in your business, your home, your marriage, whatever it is. I know personally about the marriage. That's another story, but just know that God is in control of your life. He's in control of everything. Just know he will never leave you nor forsake you. He is a present help in the time of trouble. He is resting upon you the most when you are going through. And just know if the enemy is fighting you, that just means you're so close to your blessing. If you feel like I'm being attacked on every side, no matter what I do, I just seem like I can't move forward, just know that your blessing, your breakthrough, your miracle, you're right at it. You're so close. Do not give up. Just know if you're in a battle, the battle was not yours to fight. God just told me that a couple of days ago because I was going through some things on my job, and my team members that are on here know about it. But just know that it's not your battle to fight. Any battle, give it to God, let him fight your battle, and you will come out on top. He has never been defeated. He has never lost a battle. He will never lose a battle. He is greater than anything you will ever face. He's greater than the enemy. He's greater than the devil. He's greater than any circumstance, any mountain, whatever you tell that mountain, be removed. Just know that God has all power and he can do all things. Never put a limit on God and what he can do for you in your life. I know we hear other people's testimonies and what God has done for them, and that's all great. I love to hear testimonies. I rejoice with people, but it's nothing like knowing for yourself who God is, what God can do, knowing that God is a healer, God is a restorer, God is a waymaker, God will bring you out of anything you're going through. Just hold on to God's unchanging hand. He will never leave you, and just know that he loves you with an everlasting love, no matter what. Don't worry about your past. Don't let your past dictate your future. He may have had your past, but tell him you will not have my future. And just continue to move forward in God, in your business, and whatever you're doing, whatever it may be. Just continue to hold on to God. Continue to pray. Just know that God hears you. Your prayers are not in vain. I don't care if you've been praying for weeks, months, and you don't see nothing happening. Just know that it's happening. Ask God to activate your spiritual eyes and just know that while you praying and fighting, God is working it out for you. He's making a way. Just know that. And I love everyone. And like I always say in my videos, I'm praying for everyone. And I truly mean that. I'm praying for your business, your home, your health, just all around. I'm praying for you guys. And I love everyone. And God loves you more. And just know that he loves you with an everlasting love. And that's it. That's all I have to say.
That was enough. If y'all know Tania, y'all better get with her. I gotta end. I gotta end this now. Appreciate you, girlie.
All right. Good night.
All right, bye.
Good night, everyone.